Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are. In the world, we're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Christ Triumphant, the title today. Those who keep God's commandments are his jewels. Malachi 3:17. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels. And I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. There are only two places in the universe in which we can place our treasures: in God's storehouse or in Satan's. God's work in moving slowly for want of means. God's work is moving slowly for want of means. Workers are not able to enter new fields, yet there are millions under the undisturbed domination of Satan. Satan is busily laying his plans for the last mighty conflict, when all will take sides. After the gospel has been traveling over the world for nearly 2,000 years, Satan will present to men and women the same scene that he presented to Christ. In a wonderful panorama, he will cause the kingdoms of the world in their glory to pass before them. He'll present before them entrancing views of the kingdom of God. And he claims that these are views of his kingdom. But are they? No. Look, listen to the voices and powers that prevail in the world. The heavenly watcher sees the earth filled with violence and crime. Is there any voice of prayer? Do you see any sign that God is recognized? Look, you who are hesitating between obedience and disobedience. Look in imagination at the vast multitudes worshipping at Satan's altar. Listen to the music, to the language called higher education. But what was God written upon it? How was God written upon it? Mystery of iniquity. The working of the power of iniquity seems to have taken the whole world captive. Enumerate the vices of men and women if you can, but it is of no use to try to number it. Wealth is obtained by every species of robbery, not robbery of people alone, but of God. People are using his means to gratify their selfishness. Everything that they can grasp is made to minister to their greed. Avarice and sensuality prevail. But they do not see all things. John saw this multitude. This demon worship was revealed to him, and it seemed as though the whole world was standing on the brink of perdition. But as he looked with intense interest, he beheld a company of God's commandment keeping people. They had the sign of the living God upon their foreheads, and he exclaimed, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." Those who keep God's commandments are his jewels. That's the title. And it says, when it comes down to that day, there will be everyone, every single living soul who will be worshipping either God or Satan. And as I've said numerous times, if you are not worshipping God, just by default, you go worshipping Satan. Because everyone has faith or belief in something. And if it's not God, then by default, it's Satan. Because God's commandments cover everything that is pertinent to our lives. If we choose to deny or not even acknowledge, then we're lost. But God said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And a majority of people of this world don't love God. And that's because Satan has made it so, as I keep saying, it's like a stigma. Oh, I don't want to keep the commandments. It means I have to stop doing this, or I have to stop doing that, or I can't do this. And it doesn't suit their lifestyle. And what is lifestyle? What is lifestyle? Being able to go out when you want to, being able to buy the food that you want, the drink that you want, have a nice car or house. Is that a lifestyle? Because as Solomon said, all is vanity. When it comes down to it, how does it help you? How does it actually, in the whole scheme of your life in this world, how does it help you? You still have to pay the same bills that everyone else has to pay. You still have to brush your teeth, go to the toilet, eat food, drink water, and whatever else. Everyone still has to do the same basic things. It's just some think they look good because they wear better clothes. Some think they are better because they have a better position at work. All is vanity. Put yourself on a desert island with every other person, and everyone's the same. No one's better than anyone else. Some people might have better ideas for survival. They might be the janitor or the cleaner or a homeless person. The people that you in your position might look down on when you come out. When it comes down to it, that same person might save your life one day because of the knowledge they have, the skills they have, that you don't even bother take to notice. And I like to hear where people are using God's means to gratify their selfishness. All these churches all over the world where these pastors in these churches are rolling around in Rolls Royces and big Mercedes and stuff because they're using the church money to support their lifestyle. When it comes down to it, their lifestyle is going to take them to hell. Would you like to be or hear, "This is my son, this is my daughter, in whom I am well pleased"? Would you like to be one of those counted when it says, "Here is the patience of the saints, they that keep my commandments and have faith in my son Jesus"? That is what counts. Not your Prada shoes, your Mercedes car, your £1 million house. That doesn't count.